Hi everyone, I'm so excited to show you guys our new area plans feature, or area planner feature. This is something you guys have been asking about for a while, and we've been super stoked to finally get it released for you. And so this video will just take you through a lot of the basics. If you work in hospitality or you build offices or apartment complexes or any kind of space with a lot of repeating items, or repeating rooms that are identical to each other or very, very similar, this could be an awesome tool for you. So the very first thing that we'll jump into is that your folder column, you'll notice, is now called an area column, just to match up with the new area plans feature. So what we'll do here is we'll go into one of let's go into the interior spaces. There's probably going to be more folders there. Great. So what we're going to do is we see an office there with 6 items. And what we're going to do first is just look at the folders. So we'll see that this item, these wall cabinets, actually show up in more than one spot. So when we click through to the folders, we'll see the exact quantity of that item in each one of those locations. Okay. And whenever we go to the all product view, or all items view up here, Folio will not only calculate how many per room, but it'll also calculate the sum total of all of the rooms and all of the repeats or all the multiples. So if you just want to see how many of this item there are throughout the whole project and where they all exist, you can always click through there and you'll see those numbers reflected. You'll have the total quantity for the entire space. And you can also move the item to unassigned if you like, and start over or replace the item. The other perspective we can cut this from is we can go to the Area Plans tab over to the left, and we'll see all of the spaces. So maybe early on in the project, when we're just mapping out all of the spaces before we start specifying, we might actually sit down and start coding, putting down the names and codes of each space. So I've already created 3 spaces. And what I want to do is, let's say I actually have 6 offices. So what I'll do first is put in the 6 here. I'll hit save, and we'll go back to the dashboard, and we'll see there'll be a multiplier 6. And we'll also notice that if we go to our wall cabinets, we'll see a new quantity updated. It's 15, which reflects the 12 that we have inside of our office. And then the next 3 for the kitchen and the pantry, where I have 2 in the pantry and 1 there in the kitchen. And the other thing that we can do here is, let's say our repeating rooms are all identical, but they have different names. So that's actually true with my office. What I can do is I'll go into the office here, and I will toggle input individual area number. And so what I can do there is put in Office 101, 102, 103, so on and so forth. Where all of these rooms will be identical, so whatever change that you make to 101 will show up in 102, 103, 104, 105, and 106. And if you ever want to segment out a room, let's say there's a room that's almost just like these offices, but there are a couple tweaks. You can always duplicate that room. We'll discard this for now. You can always duplicate that room. Oops. Oops, sorry. Okay, there we go. We can always duplicate a room. Move there. We can always duplicate a room and move all of the items from the duplicate over, and then just make sure that we understand that if we're making changes to our one oddball room, that they're not going to be reflected in all the other connected rooms. All right. The next thing that we can do is we can assign an item throughout by going through the top layer. So what I'll do here is maybe go into unassigned, where I have a singular item. I'll go into area, and I'll add it here. It'll go throughout my interior space, and the quantity updates here without me having to go ahead and specify in each one of the interior spaces. I can just put it more generally in the interior space. So that's a good solve there. And then let's see. Oh, and the last part is we're going to talk about the web clipper here. So the web clipper, we're still waiting for the Chrome store to give us the thumbs up there. But any products that you add through the web clipper will show up in your unassigned folder, and you can use all the area plans features from there until the new web clipper shows up. And if you download that, it'll be fully integrated with a new area planning tool. All right. As always, if you have any questions, you can shoot us a message through live help. Thank you guys so much for being members of our community, and we hope to talk to you soon.